Hey guys, welcome back to Kid Medic, and today I will be teaching you how to locally anesthetize an area in the dermis, the subcutaneous fat, and the epidermis. Alright, so let's start. So first of all, let's say we were going to suture this. What we would do is we'd take an antiseptic like an iodine swab stick right here. And then what we do is, let's say we're going to suture this one. We want to go ahead and we want to clean that wound. Now let's say we've already flushed it, we've gotten the sealing on it. We want to prepare this area in a sterile fashion. And this makes it in a sterile fashion. So we're going to clean out all the spots, maybe take some forceps to open it up so we can clean it a little better. Because we want to make this area a very sterile and clean area for when we're going to suture. So then we'll take that and we'll dispose of it. Next of all, what we're going to do is we're going to let it dry a little bit. I'm just going to dab that up. So, yep, now we have our area in a sterile fashion. We've got our gauze ready. Now, you could also use an alcohol prep pad, which I like to do both just to be sure that we're having a nice sterile area. I just like to do that on the top layer and the iodine. I like to use that on really the inside layer. Now, next of all, this will be how we're going to locally anesthetize. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take our syringe. And now a tip with the syringe is whenever you're using a syringe, you're going to take off your needle, make sure it's secure. And we're going to make sure that we don't grab this part right here. Let me get my glove a little straight. This part right here. We want to grab just right here because we want to leave that a sterile area. So we're going to sit down our syringe. Now, this is a fake vial that says fake water. So let's say we wanted to do lidocaine or something like that. So that's what we would most likely use. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our prep pad. We're going to clean the top of the vial. We're going to go one. We're going to go 1, 2. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take our syringe. We're going to put a little air in it to increase pressure in the vial. And then I'm going to hold it upside down. I'm going to be looking at the medication to make sure it's the correct medication that I'm giving and make sure the expiry date is valid. I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to do my best to not touch the area. We're going to draw up the medication. Sometimes it does get a little bit hard. Now, if there's any air in it like there is right there, tap it. And then there we go. We're going to stump it. That's our syringe from the lidocaine. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to get this a little closer so y'all can see. Sorry about the laptop, but look, ready? So what we're going to do is I'm going to get some more light on here. I'm going to go ahead and get some more light. Oop. Alright, sorry guys. Alright, there we go. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go in the one we're trying to go in. I guess we'll go in this one because this one's easier for y'all to see. And you see, I'm going to go right in. You see, so we have 3 layers here. We have the epidermis, the dermis, and then the subcutaneous fat. First off, I'm going to teach you how to do an epidermal injection. So what we're going to do is we're going to lightly put the syringe in the dermis, just in the dermis. And then we're just going to push a little in, not too much. In this particular model, it's not really made for anesthetizing, but that's what'll work. You see, I'm just going to go right in the dermis. Just like that. And that's how you will do a dermis injection. Next of all, I'm going to go in the that was an epidermis injection. Next of all, I'm going to go in the dermis. So as you can see, the dermis would be this middle part. That's the epidermis. And then the dermis right there, that would be that middle part. So to go in the dermis, I'm going to go down, advance through the epidermis, and now I'm in the dermis. So what I'm going to do is I may advance my needle a little farther, and I'm going to push. Now, if you're locally anesthetizing, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to move the needle around to make sure we get it all around in there. may advance it a little farther. Oh, that happened. Yeah, this model's not made for anesthetizing, so we're like that. Just move it around, maybe get all in the spots because you want to make sure this person's numb. Now, if we were going to do a subcutaneous fat anesthetization, this is the subcutaneous fat right here. This little white part, that's what that pink part resembles. What we would do is we'll go in the subcutaneous fat level in the wound, and maybe if we're anesthetizing, we'll go in from the side like that to anesthetize. Like that, we'll go in the side to make sure it's anesthetized. Like that, we're going in the side. And now the subcutaneous fat, we're going to go all the way down. We're in the dermis. I'm in the subcutaneous fat now. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to push. Make sure I get into the subcutaneous fat, and then if I go in the subcutaneous fat, I can push it in. And that's how to locally anesthetize. Next, we'll move on how to put a scalpel on a scalpel blade, on a scalpel handle.